Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I myself am Abdullah Khan and my project partner Hassan Shahzad worked on this project of ours known as chat application. In this presentation, we'll explore through different aspects that we have explained in this presentation of ours. We'll explore the significance and functionality of sockets, delve into the role of IP addresses, and understand the importance of ports in establishing successful connections. So, without further ado, let's embark on a journey into the world of sockets, IP addresses, and ports. In the provided code of ours, we're going to dig in what we have here in the interfaces and everything. The given code is a Java program that creates a basic chat application using the Swing library. It consists of a server-side application that runs on a JFrame and allows user to send and receive messages. Here is a breakdown of the code, which basically comprises of, as we can see, the server class that extends JFrames and implements the action listener and key listener interfaces as well. We are going to explore further through. The class defines several instance variables, including buttons. We have all the buttons here that we are going to be needing for our action implementation here, and text fields, panels, sockets, input output streams, and a file transfer window. That's all we have here. The constructor of the server class initializes the server socket, as we can see here, and accepts a connection from a client. It setups the GUI components such as the mainframe, panels, levels, and buttons. And we are going to be adding this all this code of ours and everything into the frame that we have created here. Let's dig into the sockets. In the provided code of ours, sockets are used for establishing communication between the client and the server. Sockets provide a reliable bidirectional communication channel that allows data to be transmitted between two devices over a network. The server socket class here we can see is we have created the object of the server class. So what happens here is the server socket class is used to create a server side socket. Here what we have done is just create an object like a server socket. Server socket is equal to new server socket. What it does here is this number basically specifies that the server will listen on port 5555 for incoming connections. The incoming connection could probably be from the client as well, as we have two classes here, that is the server class and the client class. Once the server and client sockets are established, the data input and output stream classes are used to send and receive the data, as we can see it here. These classes provide convenient methods for reading and writing different data types. Yeah. So let's dig into the different methods that we have used in this code of ours. First I'll run the code first and then we'll get into the different methods that how it really works. The one thing to be noted here that we ought to run both the classes simultaneously to make it work. Why? The reason for running both the classes simultaneously is because there ought to be a connection that has to be established between the server and the client. Otherwise, if we just run the server class, the connection won't be established because it wouldn't know what to establish the connection with. So we ought to run both the classes simultaneously. Now, to know how it works and what are the functionalities and everything, I'll just highlight and perform what's out here in this code of ours. So the chat application works in this way. What we have here is I'm just gonna write a text in the text field. So I'd write here hello. As we can see, the text has been received by the client class here. The client window, there we can see the text appearing here in the client window. What do you notice here? the text that has been sent from the server class to the client, it's appearing to the on the right side of the frame, while the text that has been received is appearing on the left side of the frame. What else can we notice is the panel is basically the text field panel is basically implemented onto the frame, and the text that has been sent to the client class, there is a specific time with it, like at what time is it sent. Now let's try to make it work again, whether it shows a different time now. So we'll test it. How is it going? Yeah, it's been received on a, it's still showing the same time, maybe. Yeah, it's still showing the same time. Let's try it again. Yeah, it has changed the time now. So yeah, that's how it's working. And we have implemented the inter button functionality as well. The text that I've been sending to the client class, I'm just pressing the enter button for it. And it also works through click as well. Let me try that. Yeah, and the scroller functionality has been implemented as well. So when the new text is added, the scroller just go down. Another functionality that has been added to our chat application is the file sending. What you ought to do is just click on this pin like icon and decide which file you want to send. We'll just open this folder. Digging in. Yeah, the file sending. Yeah, the file has been received here to the client class. Yeah, the client window is appearing with a file. So yeah, it's working pretty smoothly. Now we are gonna look into the methods that has helped us to implement these functionalities. First, we are gonna look into the circular button functionality. All the images and the icons that are showing onto the windows of both the client and server class are through labels. The images that we insert are through labels. So first we are gonna go into the action performed. Oh yeah, here's the circular button functionality. So what we do here is just the circular button class is a custom JButton subclass that renders a circular button. Now we're gonna check how the action perform works. So again, yeah, here it is. The action perform method is implemented from the action listener interface. It is called when the send button is clicked and handles sending the enter messages to the client. The format label method is a helper method that formats a received message and returns a JPanel containing the messages and a timestamp. And the functionality that we have used is the round corner border. The round corner border class is a custom border implementation. It's a custom border implementation that draws a rounded rectangle border around the message panel. I'll run the code again for you to show this functionality. Yeah, a hint again that we have to run both the classes simultaneously or it won't work. There ought to be a connection established between both of them. So yeah, to check the round corner border functionality. Yeah, here it is, the rounded border that has been given to us through this functionality. Digging into the key pressed functionality, here it is. The key pressed method is implementation from the key listener interface. It is called when a key is pressed and checks for the enter key press to send the message. Another functionality that we have used is for sending file. The send file method sends the file to the client using the provided data output stream. Data output stream. The receive message method, when we send the file or the text that we send, we have to have a method that receive messages. So for that we have used a received message method, formats a received message and returns a J panel containing the message. We have a panel that stores those messages and implements it onto the screen or the window of your client. The code sets up a basic chat application GUI and allows user to send and receive messages. It also includes the functionality to send files to the client. Now I'm gonna show this code whether it works on different PCs or not. My colleague has made a small video. Hasan Shehzad has made a small video to show practically how it works on different PCs or the same Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi connection ought to be same. It works on the same internet connection. So I'm gonna voice it over how it works. Actually, this is a separate screen, and this line separates into another screen. So what happens here is I'm gonna pause the video and explain what's going on here. What's enclosed in the string basically shows the IP of the computer, and this is the port number. So what happens here is basically we write here in the string localhost, and it's gonna work on the same PC. Like it would work, the server class and the client class would work on the same PC. But now instead of writing localhost here, I have implemented a number here which shows the IP of the computer. So how it works, I'm gonna replay the video. He has run the client class on a separate computer and the server class on a separate computer. The messages, we can see the messages have been received. It's working pretty smoothly. Now he's gonna show the file sending functionality as well, whether it works or not. He's gonna send the file now. It's working pretty smoothly. It's showing the file sent is successful. If you want to find the IP of your computer, just open command prompt and run this command ipconfig /all. Command will give you your PC's IP, and that's how it works. So that would be all for a given presentation.